All right, well, welcome. So if you're tuning in here, we are running the auction fantasy auction draft for Civ4 AI Survivors season number 9. We've got 8 people here who are going to take part in the fantasy contest. The names I've got here. Let's see. I have Kajatliak, who is the winner last season. There's a, by the way, there's a bingo card going around saying, "Am I going to say defending champ for Kajatliak?" So I'll leave that up to those of you who are playing bingo as far as whether I've said that or not. ABC 170, Jolnar Binks, Kuro, Link Mario Samus, Lobster, Mania Muse, and Vincarius. If I have any of your names wrong, you want me to call you something else, let me know.
Kuro's fine. Okay, it is like
And the moderator is first ever fantasy AI Survivor Fantasy Champion Sula.
Yeah, I did win the first time we did this. I did win the fantasy contest. But anyway, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna run through and auction off all these leaders. If you haven't seen this before, we're gonna go through them one at a time. Everybody here has 200 fake money to spend, which we'll probably just call gold because that's what they use in Civ 4. And everybody can bid as much as they want. There's no limit on what you can bid, so some people are going to end up with like a handful of leaders. Some people are probably going to end up with a lot of leaders. And we're going to go through them one at a time until they're all auctioned off. And then we'll see whose team scores the most points by the end of the season here.
I actually did have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
When I was watching it. Theoretically, what happens if everyone gold hit 0 before all the leaders are auctioned off?
I don't think that is even possible to happen because if there's one person left, they're gonna be able to bid 1 gold on whoever is left. Like if there's 5 leaders left and everybody else is at 0.
Have like 2 gold left.
Oh, wait, the Twitch live stream
We'll cross
crashed
that bridge
for
when we
me.
get there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Also, I
Seems to be
basically only
right.
hear the first syllable of what everyone's saying.
Okay.
Awesome.
If you need to put anything in chat, then you can try putting in chat if it's not, because I do have the chat open as well. I am going to go ahead and get us started though. And the leader that we'll start with first is the champion from last season, who is Elizabeth. So let's pop on over to game 1 and see.
Okay.
Put it in debug mode. All right, so Elizabeth, she was our surprise leader from season 8. Alternate history, she did not do very well in the championship game when we replayed it, but she did win the actual game. Super peaceful leader, high peace weight, financial, philosophical. Yeah, what you see is what you get. She's basically a peaceful leader who wants to win by space or culture. So I will put out a 1 gold bid and open the bidding for the rest of you.
What if we all just did it with Suleiman?
We have a 20. Was that from Lobster?
Yes.
Okay, 20 from Lobster to start.
I'll do 25.
That's 25 from Jolnar.
27.
28.
29.
Link Mario Sandwich apparently can't carry one.
I'll go 30 on Elizabeth.
Okay, so right now the bid is 30 from Jolnar
Sorry,
Banks.
guys, my connections.
Oh, whoa, that's very loud.
Yeah.
My connection. I don't know what happened, guys.
Link Mario Samus, can you hear us? We can hear you.
Yeah.
What? Oh, I can barely even hear anything you guys are saying. Let me move somewhere else in the house.
Okay.
Oh, your Wi-Fi connection.
I can hear you.
Alright, we'll pause a moment.
Yeah, we'll pause just a moment here.
Bid by Joel Narvings.
Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm moving somewhere else. All right. Better.
Okay,
Oh my God. I'm so sorry, guys.
It's okay. Fine.
no problem. So at the moment, our bid is, I believe it's 30 gold on Elizabeth from Jolnar Binks. Does anyone want to go higher than 30?
So it's only Mansa who we've bet on.
No, we started with
It's
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. That was just a start.
Because I'm such a. Okay, and I have to refresh the live stream again.
That's okay. We're just on the first one.
No, I don't even know who's bound.
We are
Okay, just on Mansa.
No, it is Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's currently a bit of.
I forgot Elizabeth was the champion.
Yeah, no worries. It's the current bid is 30 gold on Elizabeth, and does anyone 31 from Lobster,
32.
32 from Vincarius, 33.
I'll go to 35.
Okay, that's Jolnar Binks at 35. All right, anyone want to go higher? Last chance. All right, you get the first leader, Jolnar Binks. You are down for Elizabeth for 35.
I was in a part of the house with body internet connection because, of course, I was.
Okay, no problem. All right, well, Jolnar Binks, as the winner of the first bid, you get to pick which leader we bid on next, so it's up to you.
Oh, is that how it works this year?
Yep, that's the way we've done it in past years, so it's your choice on where we go next out of all these leaders.
Oh, I thought last year was just in order. Okay.
Cool. Let's stick in the same game and we'll do Ashoka.
Ashoka, okay. Let me go down here and give you. All right, so this leader Ashoka, very similar to Elizabeth overall. Peaceful leader, high peace weight, mostly wants to just stay out of conflicts. Biggest differences for Ashoka. Ashoka is much more cultural focused than Elizabeth. Much more likely to go for a cultural victory. Also much more likely to found a religion. A lot of people say that this is like the poor man's Gandhi because Ashoka is very similar to Gandhi. Jolnar Binks, as the person who picked, you get to make the first bid. If you don't really want this leader, you can just bid 1 gold, but you make the first bid.
3 gold.
4 gold. 6.
10.
I'll do 12.
14.
15.
18.
Okay, so we currently have 18 from Mania Muse as the bid.
19.
Who's first?
I think ABC was slightly firster there, but it's 19 at the moment.
No, that's 10.
I believe that was 22 from Mania Muse.
That's correct.
All right, last chance. Anyone want to jump over the 22?
That's too expensive for the first candidate.
Oh, I heard a 23. That was ABC, correct? 23. See, it gets hard. How much do you want to spend here? All right, last chance. Going once, twice. Anyone want to jump the 23? All right, looks like Ashoka's on your team.
Alright.
23. Also, I need to change my push. I need to change my push to talk button on Discord. Does anyone remember how to set that? Where is that?
You click the gear, user settings, then you go to voice and video, go down, and push to talk should be like around noise suppression, I believe.
Yeah, where is user settings? Where's user settings? I should have done this before starting. I have server settings, but where's my personal settings?
Not that one. Like, no, it's not like the server settings.
I know, I'm trying to find where my settings are.
It should be wherever your user.
There it is. There it is. Okay.
Down there on the Discord.
There it is.
Bottom.
Here we go. Push to talk. Yes.
What are we doing?
Bottom left.
Tech supporting Sula's push to talk issue.
Okay.
Well, I'm not the only one with technology issues, I guess.
Technology.
Okay. Okay, we're back up. I typically keep it on a key that I don't want for this event. Okay, that should be fine. All right, so we did a bit of, what was it, 23, and it went to ABC, so you get to pick where we go next.
Alright, I'm gonna go to game 5 and put Huayna Capac on the board.
Oh, okay. All right, Huayna Capac. Okay, this is going to be fun. I'm interested to see what the bids are here. Okay, so if you're watching this, you're probably familiar with our competition. You probably know a little bit about this fellow. Huayna Capac is one of the all-time leaders in scoring for AI Survivor. He was the scoring leader going into Season 8. Mansa Musa has since jumped him, but he's kind of good at everything. Low piece weight, but can build an economy very well. Financial trait, has great starting techs, has Inca, which is an overpowered Civ. I think he's won like 8 or 9 games. I'd have to go back and look again. But yeah, this guy's really, really good. And some people, I didn't like his starting position this season, but some people really do. So I'm very curious to see how high the bidding is going to get here, because I think it's going to be pretty high. But ABC, you make the first bid.
In honor of the ruined fish, I will bid 40.
All right, that's a 50 from Mania Muse so far.
I'll go 55.
57.
All right, 57 from Mania Muse is the current bid. How high do folks want to go?
We find it very high.
Okay, it's a bit high, but I say 60.
That's 60 from Kajatlik.
200 bodies.
Okay. Anyone else? Otherwise, we'll go to Kajatlik for 60.
It seems like some on the chat want it to be visible on the live stream, the chat.
Oh, it should be on screen. Okay. Sorry. Okay, sorry. It should have been on screen. I'm sorry if it didn't end up on there. Okay.
Okay.
Should be visible now. All right, last chance. Anyone want to go above the 60? All right, looks like it goes to you, Kajatlik, for 60.
Currently the most expensive this season.
But I kind of want to say a bold prediction I have, which is that Huayna Capac is going to be this year's poison pill. You won like the first round anyway.
Oh, that is a bold prediction.
I share that opinion too. I think he's.
I also share it.
That would explain the bidding.
Bet
Yeah.
100 on him.
That would explain the bidding. Okay. All right. Well, Kajatlik, you do get to pick who we go next. And I think we have like 48 leaders to go. So where do you want to go?
I think I want to go to game 6, and we are going to have some fun because this time it's Montezuma.
Okay. The opposite end of the spectrum. All right. Well, if Huayna Capac is widely seen as being one of the best leaders, Montezuma is widely seen as being one of the worst leaders. He is completely nuts. He is super aggressive. He declares wars nonstop. He's going to found a religion, most likely. This game actually has a lot of leaders that start with mysticism, so maybe not. But yeah, he's going to go do crazy, insane things, and we will hold a special place in our heart for Montezuma. I don't think he's going to go for 60, but Kajatlik, you get to start us off with a bid.
Opening bid is 10.
I'll put it at
12.
Who is the 12?
Mania.
Mania, okay.
15.
All right, we have a 15 from Vincarious.
I think that was Joel Arbanks.
Oh, that was Joan Arbanks? I'm sorry.
No, that was me. Someone was faster, yeah.
Someone did more than 15 so that we don't have to resolve this.
You can go ahead.
Okay.
I don't actually want.
All right, does anyone want to bid higher than the 15? All right, last chance. All right, he's yours, Vincarious.
Well, at least the fun leader. Yeah. Nice.
You are the proud owner of a Montezuma.
Okay, 1 second.
And in addition to that, you get to...
He's either a good first to die or winning candidate, so I didn't want to down him.
Yep, and you also get to pick where we go next.
Let's go Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh. All right, and over to game 7. All right, where is he?
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, long-time recurring gag villain in Final Fantasy. Also a civilization leader. Now, I know in Civ 6, Gilgamesh has like gotten this reputation of like he's Gilga Bro and he allies with people. He does not have that reputation in Civ 4. Kind of an unusual leader because he's like partly military, but like he also has these cultural aspects as well. What is he? He's creative protective, so he has pretty good culture. He also likes to build wonders, but he's also very, very aggressive. It's kind of a strange mix. He's been pretty successful long term in past AI Survivor seasons. He is the pool 1 leader in this game, and he's drawn an He's certainly drawn an animal husbandry start here. So yeah, we'll be interested to see what he does. All right, you get to make the first bid. Go ahead. What do you want to bid on? Start us out with for Gilgamesh.
Let's start with 30.
30.
That's 5.
40.
40 from LMS.
45.
That's 45 from Mania Muse.
50.
Okay. People like Gilgamesh in this game. So we're at 50 now from Link Mario Samus. All right. Does anyone want to go higher than the 50?
He is the literal 1 seed with the new seeding system, which is crazy.
He's pool 1 in this game. Oh yeah, wait, that's right. He is number 1 overall. That's right.
Yeah.
Which feels strange, but he did have some good seasons in the last 5 years.
He would have been in pool 1 anyways.
Yes, he would have been. That's right. We are still on the 50 bid. Does anyone want to go higher? Last chance.
Like everyone's a bit scared.
All right, Link Mario Samus. Looks like he's on your team.
Goody.
For 50. By the way, I appreciate that everybody's moving this along, that we're not starting at 1 gold for these leaders that are clearly going to go for more. So definitely appreciate that.
Oh, 1 gold, dude. You never know.
You never know. Maybe you can get Gilgamesh for 7 gold. You never know. Anyway, Link Mario Samus.
Everyone's a sleeper deal.
You get to pick where we're going next. Which leader do you want to start the bidding on?
Stalin.
Stalin. Okay. All right. Game 8. I know people have some strong feelings about Stalin. So just to give the quick background, if you are a longtime follower of the AI Survivor thing, Stalin was the winner of Season 3. He had this super impressive performance in Season 3. And then in Season 4, he went back to the championship game again. So he had like these 2 really, really good years back to back. And the perception was that he was a good leader. Time has not been good for Stalin since then. Ever since we removed the extra deity starting text, which I think was Season 4, he has performed a lot worse, like a lot worse. And the alternate histories, when we went back and reran some of those Season 3 games that he won, they were not especially kind to Stalin. So is he a good leader? Some people have really strong opinions and think he's actually not that good. I think he's probably like an average leader. Like he was overrated before. He might be a little underrated with the way people have been treating him lately. But I mean, he's like your standard warmonger. He also has industrious traits, so he builds wonders, and he likes espionage stuff. LMS, where do you want to start the bidding on this interesting, controversial figure?
10 gold.
10 gold to start.
20.
I'll go 25.
26.
28.
30.
30 from LMS.
31.
34.
Okay, that was 34 from Vincarious.
Seems like there's a lot of Stalin stands in here.
Stalin stands, I like it.
How's
I would one up that 35.
Okay, that's 35 from Lobster.
Oh,
Wait, no, from me. Or
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I saw both of you pop up there. Okay, 35 from ABC.
Yeah.
36.
Do we have our first bidding war? of this year's draft. 36 from Vincarius.
37.
38.
39.
40.
Wow, how high is this going to go? It's currently 40 from Vincarius.
I will drop out after that.
Okay, does anyone want to hop over the 40? I'm going to assume not, but I'll give a second. All right, 40 to you, Vincarius.
He has officially taken the title of #1 Stalin fan.
Yeah.
I just really like his start, but it is Stalin, so.
I like it.
I like his start and his successful too. But
I will say I actually really
I
like
think you
his
can do
start.
well
I
here.
think he is one of the front runners for this team.
It's nice for him having double ivory when he starts with hunting.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like there's going to be games when we replay this map where he just crushes everything, and I feel there's going to be games where he's dead by like turn 150, and I have no idea what's going to happen when we play it.
Stalin in a nutshell.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I think the key thing is going to be, does he get stuck building wonders because he has stone in the capital?
Mm-hmm.
well, I think the key thing is he going to ignore mysticism for 100 turns?
Stalin in his capital.
If you're new to this, Stalin has had this reputation where he ignores mysticism for like 100 turns, and then he can't expand borders in his cities. When he doesn't do that, he does way better than when he makes that mistake. All right, we do have a ton of leaders.
Borders anyway.
We do have a ton of leaders, so I want to try to keep moving this moving. So, Vincarius, who do you want to go to next?
Let's go to Hetty.
Hatshepsut? Okay, back to game 1 again. Game 1. Here we go. All right, well, you guys in here know what I'm going to say. We have 52 leaders in Civ4 AI Survivor, and there's only one leader who has never scored a point in 8 seasons, and that is this one, Hatshepsut. She is probably not the worst leader out of the 52, but she's been almost cosmically unlucky in some of the games that we've played. She's basically your standard peaceful builder. She likes to go for cultural victory. She doesn't have financial traits, but she does have good builder traits, spiritual creative. Sorry, what was that? Okay. But yeah, so she's basically your standard peaceful leader. She wants to get left alone. She wants to build wonders. Will this be the year she finally scores some points? So where do we want to start the bidding?
5.
5.
6.
10.
15.
So we're currently at 15 from Link Mario Sounds. Does anyone want to go above the 18? That's from Mania Muse.
20.
22.
Starting to get more expensive. We're at 22 now from Mania Muse.
25.
Ooh, Link Mario Samus jumps up to 25.
28.
All right. LMS, do you want to go higher than 28? Because it seems like you're the only one who wants to bid here. All right, last chance. Okay, Mania Muse, it looks like Hattie's yours for 28.
Go to Willem next.
Willem next, okay. All right, Willem is in game number, where is he? 2, game number 2. Oh, wait, what? Oh. Did I have the right save file here? 1 sec.
Yeah. Wait. Oh yeah, not with the wrong leaders, but
Here we go.
right
Yep.
now.
All right, here we go. Actual correct save game file this time. Okay, Willem, very good economic leader. Unusual in the sense that he's relatively low peace weight. He's peace weight 4, I believe. His traits are absolutely ridiculous, creative, financial. We have the Willem rule for AI Survivor, which is that if Willem makes it to rifling, he wins the game. And if he doesn't make it to rifling, he loses the game and usually dies. He's infamous for having an insane economy, but just refusing to research rifling tech. He's gone as far as like literally flight tech before he picks this thing up. So he's like a feast or famine leader. Like when he gets rolling, he really gets rolling, but he leaves himself vulnerable to attack way more than he should. All right, where do you want to start the bidding on Willem?
Start at 30.
30? Okay.
We'll go 35.
35.
I think
Who
that
said
was.
first?
I think it was Jolnar Binks who had 35 first.
Okay.
37.
40.
I am shocked Willem is going this high.
Sorry, we had a bid there. That 42 from ABC. Sorry, we had a couple people talking.
45.
45.
50.
Okay, 50 from Link Mario Samus is the current bid. Looks like there's some interest in Willem because this is a pretty good chunk of money for his starting position. Does anyone want to go over the 50? All right, one more chance. Anyone want to spend higher than 50? All right, he's yours, Link Mario Samus.
30.
That could be a good one. Yeah, I think so too. I like it. 50.
All right.
He's got a well
I will say, so LMS has spent half of the starting gold total. Kuro and Lobster have not spent any yet. Interesting, some different strategies here.
Yeah, but Link's got 2 of the best leaders.
If I totally know what I'm doing.
If it was season 4 and season 5, you'd be golden.
That's true. Oh my God, this were season 4. We've already won the contest here. Okay, LMS, where do you want to go next?
Shaka.
Shaka. Okay, game. Where is Shaka?
That's not
The
Shaka.
game 6.
Boom shakalaka.
I love the Civ 5 team, especially the war team. It's super awesome.
So,
Check it out.
you guys, people watching this probably know I'm not a big Civ 5 fan. One thing I will say, Civ 5 has fantastic music. No complaints from me there. That game has awesome music. As far as Shaka goes, though, Shaka, I mean, he's a pretty straightforward leader. He's super aggressive. He's super duper aggressive. He seems to do a little bit better than the Montezumas and the Ragnars and the Genghis Khans of the world, largely because his unique building actually gives him a little bit of economy because it gives him corruption maintenance savings. But, I mean, he's pretty straightforward. He's going to try to run over the map with units, and if he does it, well, he wins, but most of the time he doesn't. Still, he's a fun leader to follow. So, LMS, you get to make the first bid here.
5.
6.
15.
8.
Who had the 15?
Mania.
Mania. Okay, 15 from Mania.
16.
I'll go 20.
25.
27.
29.
All right, so we're currently on 29 from Mania Muse. Jolnar Binks, you were the other one bidding, so I don't know if you want to hop over that or not.
Yeah, I hate to do them one at a time. I'll go 30.
I'll do 31.
No, the bidding wars are fantastic. I love it. 31 from Mania Muse right now.
Yeah, and going one at a time is also just a generally good idea.
You know what? I'll go 35.
Too much for me.
Okay. Anyone else? I'm assuming not. All right, looks like it's 35 to you, Jolnar Binks. And Shaka for 35.
Shaka smash.
So just to pose a question to the group here, would you rather have Elizabeth and Shaka for 70, or would you rather have Gilgamesh and Willem for 100?
That's tough. I think Gilgamesh for 50 is too much.
I'd rather Elizabeth Shaka because I think Willem will score 0 points.
I like it.
I would rather have Elizabeth and Shaka for 100 than the 2 others for 70, but probably.
I'd rather have Gilgamesh than Elizabeth or Shaka, but it's more that Willem I think is vastly overcosted.
I don't know. Willem's start looks
And
like
Willem is really good.
lots of
I
space.
think
Stir in the
Willem-
pot. Stir in the pot.
I typically think Willem is decent, but I think he can do really well this season. So
Oh,
if
that's
like,
fine if they're in the
I don't really regret blowing half my gold on those 2.
I won't go into it too far, but I think the peace weights and where the aggressive leaders are make it so he's going to die, but he's not going to die first.
I want to be clear. I don't think anyone is necessarily right or wrong. I just wanted to ask the question because I thought it would be fun to discuss for a minute.
I'm hearing some of this myself. It's fun.
Jolnar Binks, you're the one who landed Shaka. So who do you want us to bid on next?
You know what? Let's make it interesting and go Musa.
All right, here we go.
All right. I was wondering what happened when he comes on. Yep.
Adamas is gonna go from shoulder.
Yeah, part of the reason why we do the format where the person who wins the bid gets to pick is so you don't know when each leader is going to come up in the drawing, and I think that makes it more fun. All right, Mansa Musa, a quick background. Again, if you're watching this, you're probably familiar with Mansa. Probably the best I maybe should even drop the probably here. The best economic leader out of the AIs in Civ4. Just has incredible traits for the AI because the AI is stupid, and spiritual trait causes it not to be a little bit less stupid about anarchy stuff. He has over and over again just gotten out to such a big economic lead that no one can keep pace with him. And he is the current all-time leading scorer in AI Survivor history. He has 10 first-place finishes, which is just ridiculous. He and Huayna Capac are pretty far out in front of the rest of the field. That said, he's not invincible. He has high piece weight. He can get ganged up on by enemy leaders. That said, this is a field of a lot of high piece weight leaders. People don't seem to love his start in this game. I am super, super interested to see where the bidding goes here. So how are we going to start us out, Joel Binks?
I'll start at 30 on Musa.
35.
Okay, I'll just say 60.
All right.
All right.
Save us some time. Kajatlik has a 60 bid.
61.
That's Lobster with the 61 bid. Yeah, it's tough, right?
Mansa, I think, has really good odds to win on this map, but I still don't know if he's worth 62. So I'm not sure if I want to do it.
I'll do it. 62.
Remember to think about playoff
Five.
too. I think.
Okay.
Oh,
I believe we jumped up to
Mine
65.
playoffs mine when I make my picks.
Sorry, I believe we jumped up to 65 from Lobster there, just to reset us. In last year's competition, I believe we did have a 100 bid on a leader, but
That was 2 years ago.
that was 2 years ago. Okay,
But
but
there's 100 left if you want to go for it.
all right, we're still on the 65. Does anyone want to go higher? I know it's a big decision, so I'll give you a little extra time here.
I think I'm going to let him go, but I don't think it's a bad choice to get him for this price.
All right, last chance. Does anyone want to jump over? If not, it'll go to Lobster. All right, it's Mansa's yours, Lobster, for 65. All right. That's one of our real big leaders. I'm sorry, go ahead.
You can stay in this game and lose to Cyrus.
Cyrus, okay. Save me the time of loading another map. All right. Cyrus, okay. Kind of an interesting mix of traits here. One of Persia's two leaders. Persia's, generally speaking, an above average Civ in Civ 4. He has kind of a weird trait combo, charismatic, imperialistic. Cyrus tends to be pretty good at expanding overall. He's a low piece weight leader. He's one of those leaders who's militaristic, but like not too militaristic. He does sometimes struggle economically because there's not a lot of economic heft here. He also does run into the problem whereby we saw this happen in the last season of competition. The Immortal Unique unit allows the AI to declare war without having medals connected, and that he can kind of troll himself in that regard, which he actually did in Season 8. So I think the general consensus is Cyrus is a pretty good leader, not top tier. And then this map is a little wonky for him because there's a lot of high piece weight leaders, and I wouldn't say it's the best environment for him. But I'll be curious to see what people do here. I'm guessing he's not going to go for 65. So, Lobster, where do you want to start us on this one?
I'll start at 10.
11. 12.
That's Mania Muse, I think, with the 15.
16.
18.
20.
20. Wait, who said first?
That was Kuro. Kuro was first for 20.
Yeah, he can go. He can get.
23.
The 23, was that Mania Muse?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Okay. 23 from Mania Muse then is the bid right now. I know it makes you have to make some hard decisions when doing this. Kuro, did you want to?
Cyrus, because I think if Mansa doesn't win, Cyrus is going to win. But I think Mansa's a huge favorite.
Do you want to? It seemed like you were the other one bidding. Did you want to jump over the 23?
I'm thinking about it.
Sure, take a minute.
That isn't very expensive. I mean, that's the same price as like Ashoka, who's just first to die points. But Cyrus has good odds not to score more than 1 point, and that's if he kills Ashoka. I'm gonna bow out.
Okay. So it's Mania for 23. I'm assuming no one else, but I'll give you one more second. All right, looks like Cyrus goes to you, Mania Muse.
We'll stay on the same game. I'll go for Kublai next.
Okay.
I think Ahsoka is not first to die. I think my biggest hot take of this map is Ahsoka has very good winning chances.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
That's a strong hot take.
Hot take, hot take.
All right. Well, let's wrap
I
up.
do like hearing the hot take.
Let's wrap up this game then. So Kublai Khan, pool 2 leader.
Caddy to win.
Yeah. Kublai Khan, pool 2 leader from this game. One of the better aggressive leaders in this game. It helps that he has aggressive paired with creative, because the leaders that are militaristic often struggle a lot with being able to expand their borders and getting out to a fast start, and creative definitely helps him with that. He's been in the championship game multiple times. He really should have been the champion in, which was that, season 5, I think, was the season, or season 4, the one that Mehmed won. He really should have been the victor that year.
Charlemagne.
Or Charlemagne, yes, thank you. Season 4, the one with Charlemagne, yeah.
Charlemagne had his war shut down by the Apostolic Palace.
So anyway, he seems like he's
Charlemagne.
an above average leader, if not like one of the absolute best, but he's been pretty consistent at putting up good results. I don't know if this is the best game for him with all these high piece weight builders in the game, but maybe that's actually a good thing. I don't know. In any case, though, can you start us out with your bid, Mania Muse?
Yeah, starts at 20,
22.
25,
28.
30,
That's Mania Muse again with a 30 bid right now.
Mania Muse is doing their best to just corner the game 1 market.
32.
32.
35,
All right, back to Mania Muse again with the 35. Does anyone want to go higher? All right, last chance. If not, it's going. Kublai's going to Mania at 35. All right, he's yours, Mania.
another one. Next
This
one.
is an important game.
Yeah, the getting a lot of leaders from one game, I don't know if that's good or bad. I literally just have no idea if that's a good strategy or if it doesn't work.
I think it depends heavily on how much is spent on each leader.
That's true. That's a
When
good
I
point.
looked at the maps, I thought Cyrus has pretty good championship odds.
Well, if true, then that would be a steal if he does, certainly. Where do you want to go next, by the way?
If Cyrus wins, that does give good odds for Kublai to come second as well.
By surviving and finishing second in the wildcard game, and then making the championship.
Okay. Which game do you
I
want
just
us
want to bet more on him, because that's a bit of a long shot.
to... Where do you want us to...
See Pacal next.
Pacal next?
Free.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay, another big leader.
the home field.
Yeah, home field advantage. So this season is we're using the logo from Survivor Guatemala, which is like the tagline, the Mayan Empire. So Pacal is like got the home field advantage here, we were saying. Pacal, another one of the he's the pool 1 leader for this game, has very good traits, expansive financial. He's the unusual leader who is a largely peaceful builder, but also has low peace weight, so he can often dodge aggression from leaders like Julius Caesar. He's often able to avoid that because he's got the low piece weight. And he's been in the championship game a couple different times. He's been pretty successful in the past, just not quite at the level of the Mansa Musa and Huayna Capacs of the world. I think we're going to see a pretty big bid here. Where are we going to start out?
I'll start at 30 to keep it moving.
31, 50, 50.
58.
Looks like 45.
So we had was a 58 from Vincarius, I think.
60.
And
64.
67.
Alright, now this is a bid.
70.
oh, we have a new high bid for this year, 70 from Vincarius.
71.
72.
73.
How high are they going to go here? So it's ABC and Vincarius bidding. ABC's got the bid right now is 73.
I'll go 75 then.
76.
Price is going up.
77.
I'm really curious how far they go.
78.
80.
You jumped up too.
You get him.
Okay. I'm assuming no one's jumping over the 80. All right, Vincarius, you have a rather pricey Pacal on your team for 80.
Yeah, it was exactly what I wanted to spend on, so.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay.
How I felt about Mansa Musa with the 65.
All right. Well, let's see. So we've auctioned off about a quarter of the leaders so far. Where do you want us to go next?
Let's go Saladin.
Saladin. 87. All right, Saladin. Actually, a pool 2 leader, which is I think this is the first time he's been a seeded leader. He is another one of the there's like 3 or 4 leaders that are like this. He's the military plus religion combination. He's going to try to found a religion, and then he's going to like people who share the religion, dislike the ones who do not have the same religion. I wouldn't say his traits are amazing, but they're not awful. Spiritual's pretty good for the AI. Protective is not good, but it's not awful for the AI either. He's like, second or third tier leader, generally seen as, and he's done okay in the past. Not amazing, not terrible. As I keep saying, like somewhere in the middle. All right, Vincarius, you currently have the least gold to spend of anyone. What do you want to start out the bidding here?
Let's do 8.
9.
15,
17.
20,
21.
24,
So that's Mania Muse who has the bid right now with 24.
25.
27,
28.
30,
It's been Mania Muse and ABC bidding this back and forth, and Mania Muse has it currently at 30.
31.
32,
34.
you can have it.
Okay. So ABC has the bid for 34. One last chance for anyone to go higher.
I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting Saladin to only be 1 gold less than Elizabeth. Before this
Okay.
started.
So it looks like the bid is to you, ABC, for 34.
Alright. Awesome. I am going to go for Justinian.
Ah, okay.
Justinian as well.
All right. Okay. So Justinian, the champion of the first season we ever did of Civ4 AI Survivor, has been back to the championship game since then. Not a seated leader this year after we shook up our seating system to only include the most recent 5 years. We just mentioned Saladin is military plus religion. Justinian is also military plus religion, but he's typically been the most effective out of all the various different leaders at the military plus religious combo. Very, very good traits for AI Survivor, spiritual, imperialistic, good stuff. Sometimes struggles economically. He also has the, I don't know if I want to say drawback necessarily, but he will not declare war at pleased relations, which has sometimes been bad. His starting texts are also pretty iffy, so he sometimes does not get out to the best start. But he's got Byzantine cataphracts, and we've seen him roll over the map a bunch of times in past games. ABC, where do you want to start the bid on this one?
I'm going to start it at 50.
At 50?
Yes.
All right. That's a big initial bid. Does anyone want to go above 50? I think you scared everybody off. Last chance. All right, Justinian for 50. That was fast.
That's easy.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. I will say he is my favorite on this map.
I am theoretically but not for that price.
Mine
He's
too, but I
not
would.
enough of a... Yeah, he's just not enough of a favorite for 50.
I'm trying to remember if we've had one of these where someone just tossed out a big opening bid and just no one bid on it before. I don't know. I think you scared everybody away.
That's why you don't necessarily start with the big one.
I honestly don't think he has as much potential as Gilgamesh or Willem this season, so that's why I didn't want to bet more than 50 on him.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
was gonna stop at 50, so starting at 50 was great. Saved us some time.
Saved us all some time.
I am going to. This is actually very interesting. There's definitely some choices. I am going to put on Hannibal.
Hannibal, okay. Another leader people have strong feelings about in the community. All right, Hannibal, who has the red borders because he's in the same game as Willem here. All right, Hannibal, financial leader, financial charismatic. He's a low piece weight leader. There's been this perception in a lot of parts of the community that he is underseeded, that because he's an unseeded leader again in this this competition. There's been this feeling that like he keeps getting bad starts and like he's been unlucky and that he's actually a better leader than what we've seen thus far. I don't know if that's true necessarily. I'm not sure I fully agree with that. I do think that his trait combination is the potential to be a strong leader, but like he also can like self-destruct and do stupid things as well. He also wants to do like the economy plus military combination, but I don't think he's quite as good at it as some of the other leaders. He is on the eastern side of this complicated, compressed continent here, and I have no idea what everybody's opinions are of him on this start. So can you give us your opening bid?
I will start with 19.
I was going to say another 50 would surprise me. 19.
Yeah.
24.
25.
25 from LMS. Okay, 26 from Kuro.
27.
28.
That's
30.
That's Mania Muse was the first to get the 30. All right, over to Kuro.
34.
That's Mania Muse who has it right now with 34. And Kuro, you were the other one bidding.
35.
37.
40.
Okay, LMS jumps in at 40. Does anyone want to go higher than the 40? All right, last chance. All right, Link Mario Samus. Looks like Hannibal's on your team too. All right, Hannibal. Okay. All right, so we have two short stacked players at the moment. LMS and Vincarious are down around 60-ish gold, and then Kuro still does not have a champ yet, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. All right, Link Mario Samus, where do you want us to go next?
Catherine.
Catherine, okay. She is in game number 8. Okay, another leader well-liked in the community. Kathy did very well the first couple seasons, then hasn't done quite as much since then. I believe some of the alternate histories have had her a little bit unlucky in a couple of the recent years. Anyway, she has a really strong personality in Civ4. They gave her the personality of the annoying person you're in a relationship with who makes nonstop demands. She will constantly ask other people to do things and then get angry if they refuse. She is very good at expanding with creative imperialistic traits. She also likes religion a little bit more than you might think in these games. And I have given her the orange color on this map because we already have Stalin. And those of you might remember when Civ 4 came out in pre-expansion days, orange was actually the color that Russia had before the expansions came out. But anyway, Link Mario Samus, you have the last leader. So what do you want to use for your starting bid here?
20.
Also, we're floating. There are no leaders with mysticism on this map.
Oh, interesting. Wow, that is interesting. Okay.
25. 20. I said 25 already. I'm sorry.
Yes, Lobster has it for 25. 26 to Mania then.
28 then.
29.
Wait, we had a big jump bid over the top. What was that again?
I said 30 and someone else did as well, I think.
I'll go 30. 31.
33.
35.
Okay, I think Lobster has the bid right now at 35.
36.
37.
38.
39.
40.
This is Lobster and ABC bidding back and forth, and ABC has the bid right now at 40.
I'll go 41.
All right, ABC, did you want to bid higher than 41?
I think I'm out. Yeah, you can.
Okay. Does anyone else want to bid higher? If not, go into Lobster for 41. All right, Lobster, I think Catherine's yours.
Fantastic.
Catherine for 41. It's always fun when we get those bidding wars because you never know where they're going to stop. Where do you want to go next?
You can stand this game and we'll do Suleiman.
Okay, Suleiman. All right, Suleiman, Ottoman leader, affectionately known as the silly man sometimes, has two traits that pull in completely different directions, philosophical and imperialistic. They do completely different things. Suleiman has not been terribly effective in past seasons of Civ 4 AI Survivor. He's kind of like a generic military leader, like low piece weight, militaristic, but not in like the Shaka, Montezuma category. We have had some alternate histories where Suleiman did really, really well that we just didn't see on live stream. So far, I'd say this has been kind of a very mediocre, uninteresting leader in the competition. And Suleiman's got a central start here on the map, which in past years can be good, can be bad. Is hard to say. Lobster, you won the last one, so you get to start us off with this leader. 15.
16.
I believe that was ABC with the 20, is that correct? Okay.
That was Mania.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was Mania who had the 20? I'm sorry. So we have a 20 bid then. Does anyone want to go higher than 20? All right, last chance. All right then. Looks. Curl, did you want to put a bid in?
No, I said nah.
No. Okay. All right. Over to you then, Mania for 20.
Then we'll go next to Louis.
Louis. All right. Game 5. Uh-oh, Civ 4 just crashed for me. Let me restart it. Sorry, Civ 4 crashed. I have to reboot it.
It's funny that it crashes and you just repeatedly load the saves for whatever reason.
Who knows? I have a bunch of windows open.
Game 8's going to be a contest between Suleiman and the Russians.
Suleiman and the Russians, also a great name for the band.
Suleiman and the Russians.
Yeah.
That is a good one. All right, we're on Louis. Okay. All right, Louis. Was it season 7 champion of Civ4 AI Survivor? Had this awesome year.
7.
What was that? Was it season 7?
Yep, and then first to die immediately.
And then first to die immediately in the next season 8. Had this awesome season where Louis won, like played in 3 games, won all 3 games, was pretty dominant in most of them, and like every other season of AI Survivor has done very, very little. Louis has a bizarre setup here in the sense that he has he like wants to be a militaristic leader, but he also wants to build as many wonders as possible. It's just very, very strange. And when it comes together like it did in that one season, it looks awesome, but at other times he just is completely schizophrenic and is trying to do way too many things at the same time. All right, what is our starting bid for Louis here?
We'll start at 20.
21,
25.
26,
28.
29.
32.
About 33.
35.
We'll go up to 36.
38.
Wow, it's going higher than I thought. I did not expect it to get this high here.
Yeah, people just loving their bidding, judging for everything.
So I think 39 for Kuro.
40.
40 for Mania.
Jeez.
Looks like it's between...
41.
Okay, 41 for Kuro.
I'm out.
All right, I'll give one last chance for anyone else to jump in. If not, it's to you, Kuro.
Yeah, this is probably a bit more of an overspend, but
All right.
kind of how it fell.
Well, you did have the most money to spend, so you've got your first leader. All right.
You actually get to pick a leader.
Yes, you get to pick a leader. Where do you want to go?
How about we stay in this game and we go to Frederick?
Okay. All right, Frederick. Not seen as being a very good leader in Civ4 AI Survivor. He has won, I think, 1 game. He's done okay, but general perception is this is one of the worst leaders in AI Survivor. He basically wants to be a peaceful builder. Problem is these traits are just not good for AI Survivor. They're not bad for like actually playing Civ4, but in AI Survivor terms, the AI does not use either of these 2 traits very effectively. And then it's paired with Germany, who has unique stuff that comes so late that like it doesn't particularly matter. So he basically wants to be Mansa Musa, but he's just far inferior in every way. He does have an isolated starting position, so in theory that could be good. He also has a Tokugawa nearby, which is probably less good. Kuro, where do you want to start our bid for Frederick?
Alright, we shall start the bid on homeless Mansa Musa at 1.
3.
We'll go 8 on him.
Be generous, give you 10.
That's Mania Muse with the 10 bid.
You have to pay me to pick.
I think going to 2 for the plain scout was what I was willing to do.
Does anyone want to go higher than the 10 bid?
I mean, we could be first to die.
Yes.
Anyone? I believe it's still Mania Muse with 10. One more chance to see if anyone wants to go higher. All right, not hearing anything. Frederick is yours, Mania.
Wasn't on the wish list, but still cheap. We'll go back to France. We'll go to Napoleon.
Okay. All right, Napoleon in, sorry, he's in game 8. Okay. All right, Napoleon, where is he? Okay, here. All right, Napoleon, another militaristic leader. He is pretty much in the same category with like your Ragnars and Genghis Khans of the world. I think he's a little bit better than them, but he's pretty straightforward. He doesn't really build an economy. He just trains units and throws them at people. Hasn't been super successful. I will say Napoleon, I believe he's never had a top 2. I think he has I don't think he's ever won a game. He actually has quite a few kills, despite not
He has
really
9
winning games.
kills and no top 2 finishes.
9 kills and no top 2 finishes. Yeah, he has a lot of
He's
kills.
finished second once.
Okay. Did he have a second?
Yeah,
Okay.
he finished second in the game where he won the alternate histories by killing Pacal.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, he had one really strong map in the alternate histories. But anyway, yeah, he's like super military and he doesn't really build an economy, and it's not really conducive to winning the game, but it is conducive to like stirring up trouble. You get to make the first bid. Where do we want to start with him?
I'll start at 10 again.
10 again.
11.
Cost of 12.
15,
16.
How about
19,
17?
I believe that's Mania Muse with the 19.
I'll go to 20.
maybe 23,
24.
25,
25. 26.
Sorry, who had the 26?
Me.
Okay, ABC for 26 then.
28,
So we're back to Mania Muse at 28 right now. Does anyone want to go higher than 28? All right, last chance. All right, back to you again, Mania Muse for 28.
me again. Go to Ramses next. He's in game
The man in gauze.
4. Game is in Ramses.
Game 4. We haven't done a single leader from Game 4 yet, or Game 6.
Yeah.
Oh, oh wait, no, we had one from Game 6. All right, anyway, Ramses, Game 4. Okay, Ramses, the other Egyptian leader, very similar to Hatshepsut. I think the feeling is that Ramses is a little bit better than Hatshepsut. Obviously, Hattie's never scored a point in AI Survivor, whereas Ramses does have a couple of victories. He's a good builder leader overall. Spiritual industrious, those are traits that are conducive to building a lot of wonders. He wants to basically not get attacked and try to go for a cultural victory, which when it works, looks really impressive. When it doesn't work, he gets run over and dies. So he's another one of those kind of feast or famine leaders, but he has had some success in the past, and Egypt is a good Civ in Civ4. So, Media, you get to start out the bidding here as well.
Start at 15,
15.
Go 25.
Okay.
go 30,
Okay. That's what I expected.
35,
37.
39,
Wow. I did not expect this. 39 to Mania.
Yeah, I can't see I expected Ramsey going close to this.
Does anyone want to bid higher than the 39 that Mania Muse has bidded here? Okay, one last chance. If not, going to Mania Muse for the 39. All right, sold. You've got yourself another leader. I will say this looks like a pretty nice starting position here.
another leader. We'll go to another French leader. We'll go to Gaulle next.
To De Gaulle next. I will note for everybody, Mania Muse is down to 17 gold, so you will be able to push around Mania Muse's bid.
Yeah, he's got what he's wanted. He's got what he's wanted, plus also Frederick.
Okay, De Gaulle next.
I got him for a good price.
You did. He's just you're just rolling the dice to see that.
All right.
Basically.
De Gaulle. So De Gaulle is up here, northwest starting position. De Gaulle, for a while, had the reputation of being the worst leader in AI Survivor because he scored no points and got eliminated super early, both of the first 2 seasons. He's definitely not good. I don't know if he's the worst. He's a low piece weight leader. For some reason, he was given a piece weight of 0. I've told this story before, but when Beyond the Sword expansion was coming out, there was like this thing where some people in the US didn't like France because of what was going on in the Middle East at the time. We don't have to get into that, but basically de Gaulle was turned into a caricature of the cheese-eating surrender monkey, which is not really accurate historically, but that's the personality he has in this game. He has low peace weight, but he's like a coward, so he like signs peace even when he shouldn't. Anyway, he's not the most effective leader, but he is good at wonder building is like the one thing. He's like the most likely leader to build Stonehenge with these traits. Anyway, you get to start us out on the bid, Mania, so where do you want to start with?
I'll go with 3.
3.
5.
7.
How about 8?
Give you 10.
9.
I'll give it to you for 11.
12.
13.
15.
Bro is liking some de Gaulle, is he? 16.
17, that's all my money.
You know what? I'll go to 18.
All right, Mania, you're out of the bidding. Kuro's in at 18. Does anyone want to go higher than 18 for this lovely de Gaulle? All right, one more chance. All right, Kuro, you've got yourself a French leader for 18.
It's an absolute steal, I think. De Gaulle's underrated.
I think the Gaulle's underrated, but not in this map. Not in
That's
this
good.
map. I think he's going to
Gaulle
tap
is
against
underrated because he almost always gets a kill or is first to die. So he usually gets reliable points for a cheap price.
This fine de Gaulle is 2 tiles from snow.
Also, I just want to say, this was the game I wanted to get the most shares of for leaders. I got 1 leader in the end, so that didn't quite what I was hoping.
Oh, there's 2 left.
There are 2. And
There's a couple left, yeah.
Let's not stay in this game. I'm going to go with Suryavarman II.
Okay. Game 3. Suryavarman.
Oh, true, I do have double France, actually. Maybe I should have pushed it on Napoleon more. I could have been triple French.
All right, Suryavarman. He is the Pool 2 leader for this game. He's been a seeded leader pretty much every time we've run this competition. He was seen as being one of the best leaders in the earlier years of the competition, has been less impressive lately. The shine has come off him a little bit. He's very good at expanding. Expansive creative trait means you do a good job of getting out there on the map. He's aggressive, but not insanely aggressive. He can build an economy to some degree, but not as well as the financial leaders. I guess he's middling in a lot of categories, but he's been fairly effective. He has had some not as great seasons recently, though, so I'll be curious to see how highly people are valuing him in this particular season. Kuro, you won the last bid, so you get to go first here.
Especially interesting, he's got the double porn star, which I'm sure would appeal to people. I'll start with my favorite number 7.
12.
Money.
Okay, 30.
Okay.
I'll go 35.
Well, this got more expensive in a hurry. It's currently 35 from Jolnar Binks.
Only bids 35.
That's right.
Just a golden number.
You beat me if you go to 36. I mean,
That's true.
Yeah, 14.
So Kajat has the bid right now at 40.
Plus,
Does anyone want to go above 40? All right, last chance. All right.
I'll go for.
Good. No, go ahead, John Irvings.
No, I decided against it.
Okay, decided against it.
Debate it.
Okay, one last chance then to jump higher than the 40. Okay, sold to Kajat for 40.
thank you, thank you. I think that we are then going on to game 6. And what I really want to know is how much Mehmed II is going.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, there was some Mehmed buzz in the discussion. I saw that as well. Okay, Mehmed, a past champion of Civ4 AS Survivor Season 5, if I'm remembering correctly. I believe he has only won one game ever, which was the Season 5 championship. There's a bit of a perception that he is underachieved in a lot of these seasons. He should be a good leader. Like, he's another militaristic leader, although his traits are a little funky for a militaristic leader. But he's got the Ottomans, which are a very good civ. Starting techs are quite good. This starting position looks pretty juicy, I have to say. But his biggest weakness is he won't declare war at pleased. And he's like a warmonger who won't declare war at pleased, which is a big, big problem. And I think that that's robbed him of some potential in some of these games. Yeah, I'm also very curious to see where the bidding ends up on this one. But Kajatlik, you make the first bid.
We start at 20.
25.
21.
We had a 25 in there.
Yeah, from me. Yeah.
I'll go 30.
32.
35.
33.
36.
37.
I'll go 40.
Got a lot of people bidding this one. Jolnar Binks, I believe, has it right now. Or over to Kuro at 41.
I'll go 43.
Hmm. 43, huh? That's a fat 43. I'll meet you with a fat 43.
45.
46.
Bidding
48.
war. Okay. I love the bidding wars.
Man, 48. We're talking 48.
Jolnar Binks has it right now. Yeah, 48.
I think I gotta hold off at 48.
Okay. Does anyone want to bid higher than that? Last chance. All right, Jolnar Binks. Mehmed's on your team.
Yay.
48.
Looks like now everyone except me is 100 or less.
Yeah. And as a quick check here, we are, when we do the next leader, we'll be halfway through all the leaders, just as a quick FYI.
After we do that, can we take a quick break?
Yeah, let's do that.
I was actually just about to ask if we could do that because I need to get a drink.
Yeah, let's do, Jolnar Binks, if you can pick which leader you want, and then we'll do like a 5-minute break and we'll do the rest.
Let's go to my favorite leader next, sitting to the left of Turkey here. Gandhi.
Gandhi? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Gandhi. A leader, let's just say this, a leader with big strengths and big weaknesses. He is the most peaceful leader in the game, has the only leader to start with peace weight 10. He is obsessed with religion. He's obsessed with culture. He single-mindedly focuses on winning a cultural victory. He does not really build a military to defend himself. Sometimes he wins a lot of victories. He also has a lot of first to dies. So he is going to try to do his thing, and how successfully you feel about that probably dictates where you want to bid on him. But you get to make the first bid for Gandhi.
I'll go with 18 to start.
Mania Muse, I saw you pop up. If you were trying to make a bid, I didn't hear it.
I think people might have started their break already. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you let us do the break now.
I'm still here, but
Yeah.
it did like you just wanted the leader picked and then break.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought we were doing one more. Okay, sure. Well, yeah, if people stepped away, sure, we'll do 5 minutes and we'll be back here in a couple minutes. So feel free to do that. Okay, so while we're on break here, let's look and see.
1-minute break.
I think the big story so far has really been Mania Muse snapping up so many leaders and ending up with, 7 leaders, and no one else has more than 3? I think that's really the story of of what's been going on so far.
And I think some of the leaders have gone for a very high price as well, in my opinion.
Well,
Maybe,
the big
what
bid.
does ABC have left to spend? Because I can't.
Oh, you can't see. ABC has 93 left.
Okay, so I think I have the fewest left of everyone. No, I guess Vincarius.
Vincarius has 65. Lake Marius Emus, you have 60 remaining. Vincarius has 65, and Mania Muse has 17.
Yeah, you can probably figure why been betting, but I don't regret any of my picks.
No, you have 3 very good leaders, LMS, so.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Well, there is potential there. You know, of course, the RNG of Civ4, but it could be very good.
It's very hard to predict, and like
We might do some of the later leaders faster because we've been getting all the fan favorites out of the way fast.
it will probably also go a little bit faster because once people are out of money to spend, then they can't. Because like once it gets to 18, Mania can't bid anymore right now, so it tends to go a little faster at the end.
Yeah, I suppose that my Mania Muse is going to be at 17 on something random.
I was going to ask if we've done any of the particularly bad leaders yet, but I guess we've done Hattie already, and Monty, and
Frederick.
Frederick is.
Frederick. None of the Americans.
We've done some like leaders who might be okay in a vacuum, but who seem to have bad spots for positions as well.
That's true.
And I will also point out that for this competition, there is a lot of luck in this as well, because when we did it the last time, it turned out that Henrik actually had like by far the best team, but the actual games that played out just were not lucky for him. But when we did the alternate histories, his team was like heads and shoulders better than everybody else's. It just didn't play out that way. So I mean, it's just in good fun. It's a lot of this is random, let's be honest.
We all know about that. But we had the prediction contest as well, so.
And we had right, yeah. Are we missing anyone, or did we get everybody back?
We could take a head count. Should like is here at least?
I think I see everybody except I don't know if Mania Muse is here. I'm going to take the lack of response to mean that Mania Muse still it needs another minute.
We'll wait until we hear from you.
But yeah, we probably need about 1 more hour to finish up with this. So hopefully we'll keep rolling along. And I won't have to take up too much more of your time. Oh, Lobster and Mania, are you both back?
Yeah, back now.
Okay. I think we have everybody. So yeah, I think we have everybody back at this point. All right. So why don't we continue? We were on Gandhi. I already did the little background blurb on him. And so what was that? Our initial bid was 18, I believe, if we want to take it from there.
Yes.
In honor of Slash, I'm going to go 19.
Oh, not a lot of Gandhi love here. Does someone want to go higher than 19?
It's hard to love a Gandhi in this world.
In this map, yeah.
If I didn't already
I
have
mean-
2 leaders in the game, I might be more inclined.
Hey, first to die points maybe.
Yeah, that's not worth much.
All right. We currently have ABC has the bid for 19. And does anyone want to go higher? Last chance. All right. Over to you, ABC, for 19.
Yeah. I feel like I got Tom Brady in this
That is
pick.
an absolute steal. I wish I had all left.
I mean, it's high risk, high rewards. On this map, it seems awful, but you need a proven guy who can actually win games, which for 19 you don't really have an option.
All right. So just as a quick reminder, that's half of the leaders. We've done 26, and there's 26 more. ABC, you get to pick who's next.
I'm going to go to Darius.
Darius. All right. Game 4.
I haven't really gone to game 4 much.
No, we have not. All right, Darius. Another super econ leader, financial organized. He's like the slow building threat that's going to take over economically. Persian Civ is pretty good, as we've said before, aside from trolling with the Immortal, which he's unlikely to do. He is actually the pool 1 leader in this game, believe it or not. I think Darius has disappointed us more than almost any other leader. He also seems to keep drawing really strong starting positions for whatever reason. But anyway, ABC, you get to make the first bid here.
I'm going to go with 25.
Damn, start with the high bid.
They just want to lock me out.
I'll go 26.
Okay, that's Lobster with the bid at 30 currently.
31.
32.
I'll go 34.
35.
Okay, does anyone want to go higher? It has bounced around a bit, but it's back to Lobster at the moment at 35.
36.
37.
I sense that Lobster wants this leader. All right, 37. Anyone want to go higher?
It's funny how Darius is a pool 1, but it looks like he might go then less than like people aren't even pooled.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're still on the 37. One more chance to go higher from others, not Lobster.
He does not deserve a top seed after last season.
All right, last chance.
I think it's kind of wild. Like,
Yeah. I'm gonna go up to 38. I'm gonna go up to 38.
40.
Yeah, that was thinking.
Okay, you're dropping out ABC?
Yeah, you can have it for 40.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, over to you for 40, Lobster.
I actually thought he would go for more, to be honest. Like, this looks, in theory, like a beautiful start for him.
I
But
agree.
That shocks me. I think this looks awful
Yeah.
for him.
I don't know.
Yeah, same. I think like it's
He's just
worse
gonna get
capital than.
He's just gonna get boxed in by Ramses and other leaders, do his not expansion thing, sit in the corner, and eventually die.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I do want to keep this moving so I don't take up too much more of your time. Lobster, who do you want to pick to go next?
You can stay on the map and go to Charlemagne.
Charlemagne. Yeah. All right. Where is he? He's over on the other side of the Pangea. Okay. Our season 4 champion. I've talked a lot of trash about Charlemagne. That said, he probably is an above average leader for AI survivor purposes, just because he's another one of the religion plus military leaders, and he seems to be reasonably effective at it. Imperialistic trait definitely helps a lot. That said, this guy's starting techs are awful, and he has had some really bad economies in a couple of these games, so like he can fall behind. And when Charlemagne is won by space, there's been a lot of like turn 390 spaceship victories, so when he wins, it's generally not very fast. Anyway, Lobster, you get to make the first pick on this one as well, or first bid on this one too.
17.
Just to be
I'll
annoying.
go 20.
20.
I believe Jolnar Binks had the 21st.
Okay,
21.
40.
40, is that correct?
Yep.
All right.
40.
40 from Kajatlik, jumping way over the field. Does anyone want to go higher than 40?
Oh man. I mean, this is one of the last leaders who has the potential to win the game probably available. But man, 40, that much for Charlemagne? He's so inconsistent.
I will ask it again. Does anyone want to go higher than 40? If not, Charlemagne is going to you, Kajatlik. All right, last chance. All right, over to you. The big bid clears the table.
Yeah, thank you. Now I have 3 leaders at least. But I really want to have a little bit of more fun in game 6 here next.
Okay, who do you...
So why don't we go to Bismarck?
Bismarck. All right, game 6. Okay, Bismarck. Germany's other leader, another leader that has not historically been successful in AI Survivor. He's basically middling in almost every stat. Like he's like middling peace weight, middling aggression rating, kind of middling at economy. He's tied to Germany, which is not a very good civ in Civilization 4. He does like espionage, but that's not exactly something that's a big credit. Also, weirdly, has refused to research the wheel tech in some of these games and then doesn't have roads connecting his cities. I do not expect a large bid here, but I'll be curious to see what he ends up with. So, Kajatlik, Can you start us out?
I'm going to start with 10 on first to die this mark.
11,
12,
13,
15,
16. You want to spend all your money?
All right, Mania's all in with 17.
I'm going 18.
Okay, Kuro's upped it to 18, so Mania's out of the bidding. Does anyone want to go higher than 18? All right, one last chance. All right, over to you, Kuro, for 18.
There you go.
I think we might see a lot of leaders going for 18, just because.
I was gonna say. Rest of Kuro's roster.
I mean, sometimes stuff emerges from the bidding patterns. It's fun like that. Okay,
Yeah.
where are we going to go next, Kuro?
How about we get somebody that Mania maybe could actually get and pick Genghis Khan?
Okay. All right, Genghis Khan, game 7. This guy's pretty straightforward. He's just a completely crazy warmonger. He's going to attack, attack, attack. Is it successful? Not really, but it is entertaining. And I believe he's never finished first or second in any past games, which is a rarity. Most leaders have at least one first or one second. He's just a little too crazy for his own good. That said, though,
He has 6 kills.
he has 6 kills. Yes, he has 6 kills. So there is the potential to get points, even if he doesn't outright win a game. Where are we going to start the bidding, Kuro?
Are we gonna start the bidding? 1.
1.
5,
We'll go 10.
Okay.
11.
15,
17.
I'm sorry, Mania, but 18.
He's not even. Well, he couldn't even bid anything. He can't even get Genghis Khan. That's so
20.
sad.
Okay, so Joel Narbinks has it for 20 right now. How high do people want to go for this leader? Anyone want to go above 20? All right, last
I
chance.
think we're going to go 21.
21. All right,
22.
22. ABC, you were the other one bidding. Do you want to go higher than 22?
I will one up that.
Was that 23 from you?
23.
Okay,
yeah.
that's what I thought. I was just making sure I got it.
I'll go 24.
Okay.
Okay, so you're so Joel Narbinks for 24. Does anyone else want to jump in? I'm assuming not. All right, sold to you, Joel Nar, for 24.
What the hell did Genghis Khan go for more than Cyrus?
I mean, you do have to ask yourself those questions sometimes.
Supply and demand.
Supply and demand, yeah. All right, Joel Nar, you have the next pick.
Okay. Let's see here. You know what? Let's just stay on this map and go to his neighbor Zara.
Zara, okay. All right, here we go. All right, Zara, last leader alphabetically, runner-up in the first season of Civ4 AI Survivor. He is one of the leaders who cares more about religion than almost anybody else, even though he doesn't start with mysticism tech. Creative, organized, generally middle of the road in most other things. He's like middling peace weight, middling aggression rating. Also likes to get killed by Alexander at the start of games. Alexander's not in this game, though. Yeah, he's got the central starting position here, and I have no idea how he's going to perform. So what is our starting bid?
Oh, my starting bid for Zara. I'll do 10.
11,
15,
12.
17.
Poor Mania. Anyway, Kuro had the bid for 17. Does anyone want to go higher than the 17?
I'll go 18.
Well, I'll go 19.
Okay, we currently have Kuro at 19.
Okay, I'll go 20.
21.
Vincaris, do you want to outbid the 21?
22. Yeah.
I'll go 23.
Okay, I'm out. Yeah.
Okay. So Kuro for 23. Anyone else last chance? All right, you got it for 23.
Again, somehow cost less than Genghis Khan.
Interesting, yeah.
I mean, it depends on if you think, like, you know, Genghis Khan can show Zara who's a better Alex than Alex.
First, they say
The
Genghis
real
Khan.
Genghis Khan was a better Alex than Alex.
Yeah, a lot of...
But here's the thing. If Genghis Khan kills Zara Yaqob first and then dies, Zara scored more points.
True.
True,
I
true.
don't think Genghis Khan was to die on this map, just telling you.
A lot of this is very map dependent. Sometimes leaders that are terrible otherwise can be really strong on a map. Anyway, Kuro, though, you get to pick. You got your... where are we going next?
Let's see. You know what? Let's go with somebody who Mania might be able to win again, and we'll go with Ragnar.
Ragnar, okay. Game 2. All right, Ragnar, very similar to the Genghis Khan we just auctioned off. He's super aggressive. He actually has the financial trait, but don't let that fool you. His economy is still really bad. He just likes to attack people, and I believe he has one second place finish. That was like a distant second place from early in AI Survivor, but for the most part, he's been very, very ineffective. He does like to stir up trouble, though, and he does have some... I believe he has a handful of kills, so... yeah, what you see is what you get. He's going to fight people. What is your opening bid?
1.
1.
2.
I
Go to
5.
I'll go to 6.
I'll go to 10.
All right, we're on 10 at the moment.
15.
The craziest thing about Ragnar is he doesn't even get a lot of kills, so he's just kind of, you know...
So Mania Muse has the bid for 15 at the moment.
Leaving 2 back.
Does anyone want to go higher? All right, last chance to go higher than 15. All right, over to you, Mania, for 15. You didn't even have to spend all 17.
Still got change.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe he gets them here too, who knows?
Yeah.
We'll go to Qin and game 3.
All right, Qin Shi Huang, one of the Chinese leaders. Basically a low peace weight economic leader. Unfortunately for him, his traits are pretty awful. And even though China's a very good civ, he basically, again, wants to be a builder like Mansa Musa, but he just doesn't have the trait heft to do it. There's been some games he's been okay, but overall this is probably like a somewhat below average leader. It's unfortunate he didn't get to keep his traits from pre-expansion Civ4. This guy was financial industrious before the expansions came out, but sadly, no longer the case. All right, Mania, you get to make the first bid. Is it going to be 1 gold or 2 gold?
1 gold.
2 gold.
5.
10.
11.
12.
15.
14.
Did we have a 15? I thought I heard that.
I think
14. I'm at 14.
Oh, we're at 14. Okay.
You know what, though? I'll make it a 15.
I'll make it 16.
16, huh? is game 3, yeah. You can have him.
Okay, ABC has bid 16. Does anyone want to go higher than 16? All right, last chance. Okay, over to you for 16.
All right.
16.
All right. I'm gonna go with Wang Kon. Wang Kon.
Okay.
Wang
Oh, the troll
Kon.
king.
All right, as you guys heard on the Discord, Wang Kon, the Troll King, infamous for doing bizarre things that don't make any sense, lots of cross-map invasions. Does have financial trait, which is kind of nice, but still doesn't seem to be that effective economically. He's a high peace weight leader. He's relatively peaceful when he's not doing really weird, bizarre things, and he's drawn the Southwest start in this game.
Is above 6 out of 10.
Okay. Oh, okay. I guess that's higher than I thought. I thought he was a little bit below average. Okay. Thanks for the correction there. So why don't we go ahead and start the bidding, ABC?
Yeah, I'll go with 12.
I'll go with
15.
16,
20.
21.
So we have 21 from Kuro at the moment. Does anyone want to go higher? All right, last chance. All right, over to you, Kuro. For 21, you have a Wang Kon.
Yeah. I shouldn't quite say anything yet.
All right, we have 18 leaders to go. We're about 2/3 of the way through the list.
That's right. You know what? There's been all these small leaders. Let's get one of the big ones out of here. Let's get Alexander.
Alexander, okay. Game 2.
Are the 3 poor leaders we have left, I believe.
Yeah, Alex is a somewhat surprising Pool 1 leader. He has done it not so much by winning games, although he has won 1 or 2 games. He has a lot of second-place finishes. He also has a lot of kills. He's another one of just like your standard aggressive leaders. His traits are not really anything special. Philosophical aggressive. Greece is like an okay civ. They're not great. They're not terrible. I mean, he's basically just likes to fight, but he's not as insane about it as like the Ragnars and Genghis Khans of the world. So I'm legitimately surprised that he ended up as a Pool 1 leader, but he does have that status for what it's worth. And he is, it's him and Churchill, the only Pool 1 leaders we haven't auctioned off yet. All right, what is our opening bid for Alex?
I think Augustus is also a pool leader.
Oh, I said Pool 1. Yeah, Augustus is Pool 2.
Oh, pool 1. Yeah. Okay.
I just won, right? I'll just start with 1. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Give me a chance to say 2.
I'll go 10.
I said 10 already.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go 12 then.
15.
How about 13?
I'll go 20.
21.
22.
25.
26.
27.
28.
31.
Got a 3-way bidding war here. ABC has it right now at 31.
31, huh?
Okay, does anyone want to go higher than the 31?
32.
33.
Let's see.
So it's currently at,
It's 33, right?
it's currently 33.
Yeah, I'll go 34.
Okay, ABC, did you want to go higher than 34?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, so we have it at 34 for Kuro. Does anyone want to go higher? All right, last chance. All right, over to you, Kuro, for 34.
Yeah, not entirely sure that was the play, but I missed out on Hannibal earlier. And I think Alex is probably the other potential winner, I guess. I guess I put it.
All right, so just as a quick check, everybody is very, very even gold remaining, except that Mania Muse is on the 2. But all the rest of you are within like 15 gold of each other, which is really interesting how that's shaken out there. All right.
You're saying there's a chance.
You're saying there's a chance. Kuro, you get to pick the next leader.
We'll go with Victoria.
Victoria. Game 2. All right, Victoria. Another peaceful leader. She has maybe the best traits in all of AI Survivor with financial imperialistic. Both very, very good traits for this. Personality seems to be a lot weaker, though. She should be a good economic leader, but she just, I don't know, seems to be less effective than she should be. England's not even a bad Civ in Civ 4, but yeah, she often gets tied up in wonder building. This marble may be a poison pill for her on this map. I guess we'll have to see, but she doesn't seem to expand nearly as well as she should, and she does have a couple victories, but she's also been very ineffective on a lot of these maps. All right, where are we going to start the bidding? Kuro, you won the last one, so you get to start.
She likes building walls.
Yeah. I'll switch it up and say
15.
All right, we currently have a 15 bid.
I'll go 16.
All right, and Lobster now has the bid at 16. Does anyone want to go higher? We'll give one more chance. All right, sold to you, Lobster, for 16. Not a lot of love for Victoria on this setup, it looks like. For 16.
Alright.
Where would you like to go next?
Let's do Churchill in game 8.
Churchill. All right, sticking with the English theme.
Yes.
Churchill. Somewhat surprisingly, a Pool 1 leader, although if you look up, I believe he's been in the championship game 3 consecutive years, which is just baffling. Churchill has middling ratings in almost everything, except Churchill really likes espionage for whatever reason. Churchill's specialty is not really winning games, it's kind of not dying in games. He's very good at not actually getting eliminated. And so he's ended up with a lot of second place finishes as like somebody else wins the game and he just kind of hangs around. So that actually is a skill, like still being alive, because you don't score points if you're not alive. And somehow that's ended up being a Pool 1 finish with our new seeding system. All right, so what is our starting... Or sorry, go ahead, LMS. Sorry.
I said he's won twice.
He's won twice, okay. I believe, was it Lobster, you won the last bid, so you get to start us out here.
I'll go
5.
Poor Mania Muse.
We'll go to 10.
10.
15.
16.
20.
20.
Oh, yeah. You someone you've been waiting around for?
Was that a 21 bid? I couldn't tell.
No. I'm just talking.
Okay.
Mind game.
No problem. All right, so it's still Link Mario Samus at 20 then. All right, anyone want to go higher?
21.
Okay, so Kuro bid 21. Anyone else?
Well, do you wanna? Are you gonna come get it?
No, you can have them.
All right, last chance, or else Churchill's gonna go for 21. Okay, over to you, Kuro.
No.
For 21. I've noticed with a lot of these leaders that are not that desirable, we get around 15 to 20 and the bids dry up very, very quickly once we get in that range. All right, well, Kuro, you've won a couple of these bids recently. It looks like you get to pick the next one again.
You know what? Sitting Bull.
Sitting Bull, okay. Another one of the leaders who has not been another leader that has not been super successful. Sitting Bull has it's kind of a personality that does not do very well. He basically builds a lot of military, but then doesn't use it. He likes to train units, but he also is high peace weight, low aggression. So he kind of builds units and just has them sit there and not do anything, which is not very good, as you'd expect. Trait combination, not very good either. Native Americans are an okay Civ. They do have good starting techs, but the rest of the Civ is kind of mediocre after that. So he has not been terribly successful. He did win his opening round game last year, somewhat shockingly. So, yeah, go ahead. What is our opening bid for this one?
How about 4?
4.
I'll go 8.
Wait, Link, did you say 10? I think Link said 10.
Yeah,
LMS said 10.
Oh, okay. I'll go 12.
15.
Okay, so Link Mario Samus has the bid currently at 15. Anyone else? All right, Link Mario Samus, Sitting Bull to you for 15.
Very mathematically beautiful one.
All right, Link Mario Samus, who do you want us to bid on next? We have 14 leaders remaining. Peter, okay. Game 4.
Someone has to stream on it.
Yeah, I think I'll
Peter.
turn the stream on.
Whoa!
Yeah, you're just echoing yourself.
As much as I like hearing myself recorded back repeatedly, hopefully we can sort that out. All right, Peter. So
Yeah, I turned it on briefly.
okay, no worries. Peter, the other Russian leader, I think we did the other first 2 Russian leaders previously. He's another one who has somewhat incoherent setup here in the sense that he's fairly aggressive. He's like above average aggression rating, but then he also has philosophical trait and he kind of has a bit of a wonder bent to him. So he has just kind of flailed around without really doing much in most of our past seasons and has not been one of the more useful leaders here. That said, Russia is a decent Civ in Civ 4, so there's always the potential. Link Mario Samus, you get to make the first bid.
And
Nice.
it's 2 Queen's counts.
I think we have a 5 bid to start.
It was 5.
Yeah, I'll go 10.
We'll go 12.
15.
Okay, so we currently have Vincarius as the bid with 15.
I'll go 16.
Okay, that's Lobster has the bid at 16. Anyone else want to go higher? All right, last chance. Lobster, over to you for 16.
Very interesting. Neither of the Romans are off the board yet.
And you also have the pick on who to start with next.
Yes. Let's go to game 2.
Hey, which one?
Portugal.
Portugal, okay. All right, the one leader I have the most difficulty pronouncing the name. I believe it's supposed to be Joao, or very close to that. I apologize to Portuguese speakers. This guy is another middling leader. His traits and personality, he's pretty much just average at almost everything. Should be really good at expanding. These expansive imperialistic traits mean like expand super fast, but he doesn't really seem to do that often. So instead, he's just kind of there. I would say this is one of the most blah leaders in Civ 4 just kind of average at everything. And yeah, that's about all I really have to say about this guy. So Lobster, you get to start us out with the first bid.
Great, I'll say 2.
3.
Romanian
5.
News 5.
6.
7.
We'll go 13.
15.
16.
17.
So that's Vincarious as a 17 bid at the moment. Does anyone want to go higher than the 17? All right, last chance. All right, over to you. Over to you, Vincarious, for 17.
Well,
No, it said 20.
Oh, sorry, no. We had a 20? I'm sorry, late breaking 20. Was that...
Okay.
Sorry, I was a little bit late, but I said 20.
Okay, 20 from Kujatlik then. Sorry about that.
21.
Who expected the Joao II bidding war?
I'm out.
Okay. Out. Does anyone want to go above the 21 that Vincarious bidded? All right. Looks like you got priced for four additional gold there.
Lovely.
21.
Yeah, I think he has quite some room, so maybe you can use it.
This is a good field for him.
Yeah, he was a guy I was looking to get around this price, but I got other guys around the price earlier, so...
All right.
That's alright.
Vincarious, so you get to pick the next leader.
Yeah, let's go to Washington.
Washington.
Yeah.
Game 5. All right, Washington, another American leader, given the white colors in this game, because we already had Toku. He's the most militaristic of the 3 American leaders, though that's not saying that much. He's still not particularly aggressive. Expansive, charismatic are like okay traits, not amazing. Unfortunately, he's tied to the American Civ, which is a very bad Civ in Civ 4. He's another leader who won't declare war at pleased, so he's like a somewhat militaristic leader who like has this Civ that's bad at fighting and won't declare war. It's not the best combination, let's put it that way. That said, he does start with agriculture. Yeah, he does start with agriculture, and so that is not the worst starting tech for a position like this. Vincarious, can you start us out with a bid?
Yeah, let's start with 10.
11.
Well,
15.
16.
So it's Vincarious again at the 16 price point currently. Does anyone want to go higher than 16?
I'll go 17.
Okay, over to ABC for 17.
18.
Okay, any higher than the 18 that Vincarious bid? All right, last chance, or else he's going for 18. All right, looks like you're double dipping here with 2 wins in a row, Vincarious, 18.
Nice. What's left? Let's go.
11 leaders left.
Let's go Isabella.
Isabella, sure. Game 6. Okay, Isabella is very straightforward as a leader. She's like one of the most religiously focused leaders in the game. Starts with spiritual traits, starts with mysticism. She's going to found a religion. She likes you if she shares the same religion. She hates you if you have a different religion. Unfortunately for her, she tends to found like not just one religion. She often founds like 2 or 3 or 4. And then she often has the problem that her minority religion spread to other people and then she hates them. She won 1 game, and then I think she's done like literally nothing else in every other season of AI Survivor, so she has not been a very effective leader. Vincarious.
Lowest survival rate of every leader.
Lowest survival rate of every leader, thank you. Vincarious, what do you want to bid to
Never
start?
been first to die, if I recall correctly.
Interesting, but never been first to die, huh?
Meanwhile, Zara Yaqob has the high survival rate.
Interesting. Okay. Some of that may be small sample size, so it's hard to say, but yeah, that is noteworthy. Okay, Vincarius, what do you want to start us out with?
Let's do 8.
8.
12.
Okay, does anyone want to go higher than the 12 that ABC bid?
13.
14.
Okay, currently on 14, with ABC having the build. Anyone want to go higher? One more chance. All right, sold for 14. It's bargain basement time.
Now I really feel like I got Tom Brady into 6. I think this is a really, really good pickup. But anyway.
I think she's pretty solid, so I kind of... I don't know if I'd say Tom Brady, but it's at least a full
I actually want to pick Bismarck first to die for that game, but I think Isabel is a good pick.
Yeah. I'm going to put in Heracles.
Heracles, okay. That's game 3.
I will start with...
Oh, let's wait until Suez.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I'll make this fast. I know that we've been here for a while. Pericles likes culture. 2 cultural traits. He wants to found religions. He wants to build wonders. If he gets left alone, he has a decent chance to win by culture. If he gets attacked, it's probably not going well. All right, go ahead, ABC.
I'll start with probably 8.
10.
15.
16.
17.
So Joel Narbinks has the current bid at 17. Does anyone want to go above the 17 for Pericles? All right, last chance. All right, sold for 17. Pericles.
That's good gambling.
All right, 17. Okay.
Yeah, but he's my boy, so I gotta bet on him.
Okay.
Let's go to stay in the same game and do Julius Caesar and wrap it up there.
All right. Yeah, I'm a little surprised he stuck around this long because he's one of the more popular leaders. Julius Caesar, he's by the way, both Roman leaders not bid on so far. Militaristic leader, he was very successful in some of the earlier seasons of AI Survivor. Did significantly worse once we took away the bonus starting deity texts. Because it turns out that Rome's starting texts, which are fishing, mining, don't let you connect food resources, and this guy struggles a lot with things like culture and economy. That said, he has imperialistic trait, which is good for AI Survivor. He's always got the Praetorian. He does have iron reasonably close by. He can definitely mess people up with the Praetorians, even if he has not done especially well in recent years. All right, what is our starting bid, Joel Narbinks?
A starting bid can be 9.
10.
11,
12.
13.
Okay, 20.
All right, 20 from Kajatlik. Anyone want to bid higher than 20?
I surprised people.
Sorry, was that a bid? I couldn't hear that.
I said 22.
Okay, 22 for Lobster. Yeah, and that puts Lobster all in.
Correct.
Does anyone want to go higher?
Yeah, someone's gonna push up.
I'm out.
Okay, last chance. Anyone else? All right, sold the Lobster for 22. You have very efficiently spent all your money.
Yeah.
It's a very safe team, actually, and I mean that in a good way. It's a very, like, I think Catherine and Darius are 2 of, like, the bids in the entire opening round.
Yes, I'm pretty happy with it, though Catherine was more expensive than I hoped for.
I consider
And I wasn't going to spend that much on Catherine.
He's interesting.
Okay.
How much was Catherine spent for, like, 60 something?
41.
I spent 41.
41, yeah.
I wanted.
All right,
She went for more than Stalin, which is interesting because I think Stalin's just a better Catherine on that map.
Oh, I disagree on that point, but okay, I can't bid, but I can.
You can't bid, but you do still get to pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I wanted to pick Catherine second behind Suleiman on that map.
Gotcha. Okay, Lobster, where are we going?
Yes. Tokugawa.
Tokugawa, game 5. All right, Toku. He's another one of the more infamous AI personalities. He's the isolationist. He won't trade with you. He won't open borders. Is this a successful strategy? No, not really in Civ 4. He has militaristic traits, aggressive, protective. He's pretty militaristic, but not in the Genghis Khan, Ragnar mold. And that's about all there is to say to him. He's not been super effective. He does have scientific research flavor, so if like the game does not, it's like a very slow-paced game. He can do okay economically, but he cannot keep pace with the leaders that have better econ traits. Lobster has no money to bid, so I will toss out a 1 gold bid, and we'll see what happens from there.
2, 5,
1,
10.
7,
I think that's Jolnar Binks had 10.
11.
13,
That's LMS at 13.
15,
16.
17.
Apparently everybody was saving for Tokugawa.
It is only 17. ABC has bid 17 right now.
18.
All right.
19, 20, 21.
I mean, at that point, I might as well just go up to 24.
Okay, Crow's pushed all in with 24.
I'm going to outbid that, 25.
Damn! I'm gonna tell you right now, my pick is Louis and Tokugawa to get first and second on this map, so I've been really hoping to get Toku.
Sorry about that. ABC has put in for 25 though. So those of you who have at least that much, does anyone want to go higher? All right, last chance. Sold to ABC for 25.
I like how that means he went for more than Caesar.
Yeah, Tokugawa's like top 5 on my overall draft board.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, well, we have 7 leaders remaining.
I'm gonna throw in Brennus.
Brennus. Game 6. Okay, Brennus, I'll keep this short again. He's another one of the military plus religious leaders. Unfortunately, he's tied to the Celtic Civ, which is a very bad Civ in Civ 4. And he will try to found a religion, and he'll like people who have it. He'll dislike people who don't have it. He is pretty mediocre, I think I'd say, overall. But he's been in a bunch of wildcard games. Okay, what's our starting bid, ABC?
I'll start with 10.
10.
11,
That's Link Mario Samus has the 11.
12, 13, 15,
Okay, Vincarious has 15 at the moment. Does anyone want to go higher than 15 for Brennus? All right, last chance. Over to you, Vincarious, for 15.
You guys are really exposing how badly I overbid on this game.
I mean, one thing is that because people overbid so much, it inherently pushes down the price of the later bids.
Brennus at 15 is very, very surprising. I thought he should have gone for like 30. I think he's
I also was
pretty strong
thinking
here.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
Decent
it's going to be very
well.
Easter Famine.
Okay.
The elephants.
Just as it, so we have 6 leaders remaining. As far as gold goes, Kajatlik has the most remaining, and then we have Jolnar Binks and Link Mario Samus also have a decent chunk, and then what is it? Mania, Vincarius, and ABC are like short stacked. Okay, Vincarius, you get to pick which of the 6 leaders we go to.
Yeah, let's go Lincoln.
Lincoln. Game 2. Okay. All right. By the way, we're only just now getting to the second. Only just now getting to the second American leader. Okay, Lincoln up here. Very peaceful leader. He's similar to Gandhi. He's like budget Gandhi essentially. Looks very similar. Peaceful traits. Wants to go for cultural victory. Super low aggression rating. Unfortunately, he's nowhere near as good at winning a cultural victory as Gandhi. Largely because he has that charismatic trait, which is not a cultural trait as far as how the AI reckons this stuff. Also, he's tied to America, which is a bad civ. Okay, what is your opening bid for Lincoln?
I'll just go 11. Let's see. Well,
All right, Link Mario Samus says 12. Does anyone want to go higher? Okay, not hearing a lot of Lincoln love here. One more chance. Does anyone want to go higher than 12? All right, looks like he's yours, Link Mario Samus. Almost part of your name there, Lincoln, with the link there. All right, we have 5 leaders remaining. Where do you want to go next, LMS?
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt. All right, we'll finish up with America. Roosevelt. He's in game 4.
Hashtag America sweep.
Yeah. All right. So again, Roosevelt, similar to Lincoln, not quite as peaceful. Roosevelt actually can declare war at pleased, which is what you would not necessarily think. High peace weight. He's a builder civ. A problem for him, industrious, organized. Just not very good traits for AI survivor purposes. He wants to be Mansa Musa, but his traits are inferior. The American civ is just a bad civ in Civ 4 because all of its uniques come super duper late. Starting techs are okay, but that's about it. Okay, LMS, you get to make the first bid here.
1,
2.
seriously, you got in before me.
5.
Oh.
Okay.
6.
I said 11. Yeah.
Oh, I did not hear that.
That's good.
Yeah, Vincarius is all in at 11. Does anyone want to go higher than the 11 bid?
I mean, the funny thing is I actually like Roosevelt on this map. But, I mean, I'm going to take myself out of competition for other leaders by doing Roosevelt. I'm not sure that's worth it.
All right, I'll just ask one more time. Does anyone want to go above the 11?
Okay, I said 12.
Oh, sorry. Kajatlik bid 12. I did not hear that. I'm sorry.
No, I just did. I didn't do it before.
Okay. So we have a 12 bid. All right, last chance. Anyone want to go higher? All right, over to you, Kajatlik, for 12. This is Roosevelt.
Thank you. That was one that I didn't expect to get today, so. Not on the plan.
I actually think Roosevelt's a pretty strong choice.
All right, there's only four leaders left. Which one do you want to go to?
I am going to go to game 8 to Augustus.
Okay.
Caesar.
Augustus. All right. All right, Augustus, our other Roman leader, very different personality from Julius Caesar, not a warmonger, likes to build wonders, likes to do the vertical expansion. That said, has kind of weird traits, industrious, imperialistic, pull in opposite directions, but he can still expand. He still gets the Praetorian. Like I said, he is actually a seeded leader this year, pool 2. He's definitely been doing better than Julius Caesar in recent years. So if you like your Rome that's more builder flavored, he is the way to go. And Kajatlik, you get to make the first bid.
Yes, and this comes as no surprise to John Narbinks because I bid 41.
Yeah.
Not even trying for the discount.
No.
So the bidding is over. You get him for 41 because no one can outbid that.
Yes.
Alright. Yeah. I was wondering, like, did he disappear? I was worried, yeah, but yeah. I see what you did.
Yes, I was waiting to get the chance to just pick him up. One of the reasons I actually bid on Roosevelt so that I can choose Caesar now and get it over.
All right, well played then. You
Yes.
you get to pick which one of our 3 leaders we go to next.
Yes, we are going to game 4. We are going to go with Boudica.
Boudica, okay. Now the bidding here is going to be interesting because a lot of you have very little left to bid. Boudica, all right, the other Celtic leader, very high aggressive rating, has warmonger traits, aggressive, charismatic. Unfortunately for her, she will not declare war at pleased, which is kind of a problem when you're supposed to be a warrior civ. Was also hurt quite badly by the removal of the free deity text because the Celts are not a good civ in Civ 4. And she has put up some of the worst economic performances we have ever seen in some of these past games. But she is always a threat to steal a kill here or there because she does like to go to war with other people. All right, Kajatlik, what is your opening bid?
I open with 1.
1.
2, 3,
I'll go
19, all in.
Mm-hmm.
she's all in. Oh, this is tough for me.
Yeah, so ABC has all his money in. You can force a couple of you can force him off this. Questions, do you want to?
Here's the problem. If one of me, LMS, or Binks don't force him off, one of us gets left with no money. Like, no ability, because there's only 2 people left with all our money. So I think I have to do...
Particular, too, yeah.
I think I have to go with 20. Because otherwise I have the potential to just get frozen out.
Okay, so the bid's 20.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, does anyone want to go higher? All right, last chance. All right, going for 20. And that was Kuro, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. For...
Unfortunate. I was really hoping to get Mao. That was what I was hoping for.
And to be fair, I mean, I guess I was hoping to get Boudica, actually. I think my issue with Ramesses in this map is I think there's a decent chance Boudica just kills Ramesses.
Yeah,
All right.
That's exactly what I think is going to happen.
Ramses can defend himself with his war chariots and his culture early.
He's gonna build
Okay.
too many war chariots.
Let's do the last 2, and then we'll do some wrap up after that. All right, which one of the remaining 2 do you want to bid on? Either Hammurabi or Mao. Kuro, you won the bid, so you get to pick.
Well, let's go Mao, because he was the one I wanted. And I'll start the bid at 4, because I only have 4 left.
Okay.
Like I just already know that's I'm going to do something. No, you don't go yet. You don't go yet.
No, that's okay. We can just get started. We heard a 10. We had a 10 bid.
You can, yeah. You can do the introduction first.
You guys kind of started. It's fine. We're at the end of this. Everybody's tired. Go ahead. So I think we're on a 10 bid at the moment.
I'll go 11 then. 15.
Okay, Link Mario Samus has the bid at 15, which puts like half of you out of the bidding.
I'm not going to call him, so I think he gets it.
ABC can't win the last leader.
19.
Okay, Lobster... Wait, no.
20.
Who was it? Wait, who put in for 19?
ABC put 19, which is all. And then
Okay.
20 of
And then 20 for LMS. Okay, thank you. Okay, so Jolnar, you're not going to outbid the 20?
No.
Okay. So Link Mario Samus, it goes to you. This is... Wait, who are we on
You
again?
can do
No.
an introduction to Mao Zedong.
Yeah, because we know that Jolnar Binks will get the last leader. And then I can put Hammurabi down for Jolnar, who I'm assuming will just bid 20.
Yeah, that was.
All right. Okay, yeah, so yeah, and that's how it shakes out. I'll just put Hammurabi's starting position up so you can look at it real quick.
Yeah, I could just like Hammurabi Mao.
Yeah. 4 years in a row, baby. Let's go.
All right, so
that is a very nice use of money, by the way.
So that's the end of our contest. I'm surprised we had a lot of people with money left over. I think we've done this other years. We haven't had like monetary amounts left over, but I feel like there were a couple leaders at the end there, the Augustus and the Mao and the Hammurabi, that some people were kind of sitting on trying to get. Okay.
Yeah, for a very long time I had
that is true. Oh my god.
So now that we've finished the whole picking contest, let me go through some of you and ask you, how do you like your teams? What were some things you were looking for that you were able to get? Some things you weren't able to get? Kajat, like, why don't we start with you, and then anyone who's willing to stick around here for a couple minutes we can discuss. What do you like about your team? What did you get? What that you wanted, didn't get, etc.
I went through earlier today all the games, and I didn't go into details of the leaders. I just saw the maps, and then very quickly, just by using 2 minutes, just looking at the starting positions, I decided just who I liked. Game 1, I liked Mansa Musa. I didn't get him. In game 2, I actually was thinking at Joao II. Didn't get him either. In game 3, I got Suryavarman II, which I was looking at. And I have a soft spot for Charlemagne, so even though he may not be the favorite to win the map, but I like him, so I'm happy to get him. I also like Huayna Capac, very strong leader. Game 6, I had my eyes on Isabella actually. A little bit sad I didn't get her, but hey. Justinian the first from game 7 is one I like, and of course Augustus Caesar from game 8. So I got a few of those I wanted. And of course I picked up Roosevelt as well.
And then picked up Roosevelt so you could get Augustus with the bit at the end.
Because by then I had control, I didn't want to stick it. So I just did that.
Okay, thank you for that.
I'm reasonably happy with my team. It's the smallest team again, but it went well last season, so why not?
Okay, I was gonna ask ABC next. You had the biggest. You had the big 50 bid on Justinian that no one else did anything like that. Was that part of the strategy, which to just have a huge opening bid and then drive everyone away on that pick?
Well, kind of. Part of my strategy was to get people, one, to overbid on people that I think were overbid, like Huayna, for example. And then also I kind of did a lot of, I tried to do a mixture of boom or bust, like Ashoka, and Gandhi, and with more sort of safer, consistent picks, like Justinian and Saladin. I really wanted Pacal. I did not want Pacal at anything more than 80, but I think Pacal's in a fantastic position, because I also like his playoff spots a lot. I am really happy with bids like Isabella and Gaulle, and honestly, I think Justinian as the cornerstone of my team. I think his diplomatic setup is great. He could win in a variety of ways. He could kill Zara and win. He could just spread his religion everywhere and win. I just think he's in a good position. And I also kind of like the the opening 7 runner-up playoff spot. So that kind of informed me going decent on Saladin. And yeah, I think I have a very, very nice balanced team.
Great. Sounds good. Joel Narbings, I was going to ask you, what are you thinking about your team? Because you had the early double 35 bid, which was pretty amusing. What are you thinking now that it's over?
There's some things that I did well and some things that I did badly. I think I got Elizabeth for a great price. I think she's probably got a very good spot on that map. I have her and Mansa Musa as being about equivalent in value on that map, so getting her for 35 felt good. But I think I messed up when I bid 35 on Shaka, I have Mehmed as being the overwhelming favorite on that map, so even if 35 was a good price for Shaka, now I've got two people in the same team. I've bid too much for both of them. So
You need them to go like 1-2 on the map, basically.
Yeah, like I've got the two best leaders on the map, but that's like Gandhi could win, and then I look pretty silly. I think the thing that people are the most confused about was the Genghis Khan 24. I realize that Genghis Khan is a terrible leader, but I operate on two theories in this. The first is that land matters more than the leader in general, and that any leader can win with a good land. And B, that the game is very polarized versus the leaders that work and the leaders that don't. So in this game, I look at that, I say, okay, Genghis Khan's got an amazing start. Yes, I would rather have Justinian, but I paid half as much as Justinian went for, so I felt okay with that.
Very good, thank you. And then Kuro, your team, you have one of the two people that has the really big rostered teams. I was going to ask you, was that your strategy to get like a lot of the less expensive leaders, or is that just like how it played out?
So, apologies in advance if this is a longer response.
No, go ahead.
I went into the draft trying to have a flexible mindset where if people were overbidding early, I wanted to get more of the mid-tier leaders, but if some of the leaders that I thought were very strong didn't go early, I was going to go in on like a 5 or so leader team. And I thought there was a lot of overbidding on leaders I thought were pretty bad early, so Hatshepsut, for example. Kublai Khan, I think, is going to be a poor leader on that map, stuff like that.
Shots fired at poor Mania. Now go ahead.
Different opinions on that.
Before everything started, I divided leaders based on how many points they scored, how many kills they got, how many times they died first, and how often, as in on a game basis, they got kills, to see how variable or consistent
Interesting. That's really interesting.
the leaders were. For example, Stalin has a lot of kills, but he only gets a lot of kills in one game or does nothing. So he's a very variable leader. I felt like Bismarck and de Gaulle were underrated assets for their cost because they very consistently get at least some points for only about $18 as it happened here. And that both of them were likely to either get one kill or be first to die. After that, I was looking for leaders I thought would be strong chances to win in more ambiguous games so that they could get less. I really wanted Mehmed because I think he's a strong leader in that, and I think I probably should have gone in, and I think Stalin as well is a very strong one. I really wanted Tokugawa is probably my biggest miss because I feel that game will either be Zui and Tokugawa or Wang Kon winning. So I was attempting to just bid up LMS and get fights.
That is a great response.
Leader, so I'm not upset.
Well, that is a great response. That's really interesting. That the consistent versus variable leaders is something I had not thought about, but that's a great thing to thinking about. Okay, Link Mario Samus, if you're still here, you of course have probably posted more about AI Survivor than anyone else in the history of this competition. So I was just curious what your thoughts were now that you had a chance to take part in this contest, because we've all been waiting for you to do this for like the last 5 years.
Alright, so first of all, I actually wanted to pick Churchill as first to die there, so I didn't want to overbid for him.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you liked him a lot as a leader or first to die, and it turns out I chose poorly.
How are you feeling about your team? Yeah.
I feel good. So, the Gilgamesh and Mao thing, I think they're the two leaders who are most likely to win that particular game, with Justinian in a close third. And then I think the second game 2 is the Willem and Hannibal show. And then the other two leaders were meant to be cheap first to die picks. Although I actually wanted to pick Ragnar as first to die, but just in case Lincoln is first to die instead.
Sounds good. I'm curious to see how it plays out. I do think you have a nice balance of like some more expensive picks and then just some cheap first to die stuff there. Lobster, if you're still here and didn't have to hop off, I was going to ask you about the Mansa Musa pick, because Mansa Musa, I think, is like a very polarizing leader, and you got Mansa early on in the bidding war here. Did you get the perception that like that was did you feel like that was cheap, or did you have like an amount that you were trying to hope to get Mansa for?
So my the maximum I was willing to bid on Mansa Musa was 65. So I got charged the full amount, which hurt a bit, especially because I think I got overcharged on Catherine as well. She is my favorite on that map, but maybe still not worth 41. I don't know. And that was really early, so I had two really expensive leaders early, and so I tried to slow down a little bit. I really, really wanted Pacal. I did not, after paying 65 for Mansa Musa, I was not in a position to get Pacal. I was not in a position to get Justinian, which were both like pretty popular favorites. I got Darius, which is my favorite on that map, for 40, which was also the most I was willing to bid for Darius. And then I picked up a couple of cheap leaders. I like Victoria because she's financial, even though her position is sketchy. I think Peter's position is pretty good. And then at the end, I had to get something for 22, and Julius Caesar was one of the people remaining.
You are amazingly you're the only one who spent all of the money. You're the only one who did that. I'm like shocked that everybody else ended up with some money left over. That's really surprising.
20 for Julius Caesar, but there was no reason.
Of course.
It was so late that someone else was gonna. Like I would say two each time and get out each time. Like,
Same thing for like me. Anyone who could outbid me regardless of the floor, so I just didn't bother adding it.
Yeah, you could have said 24, but again, it would have made no difference at that point.
Right.
Yeah, so I think my team is a little smaller than I was hoping, but I have some really good expensive picks and some pretty decent cheap ones. So I'm pretty content, I think.
That's good to hear. And then for Mania Muse, since Kuro was kind of throwing some shade on your picks earlier, I wanted to give you a chance to respond.
Yeah. Well, I was mostly going by my ranking of leader rather than land as a sort of thing. I really like Kublai Khan. I think he's really strong.
Yeah.
And I think Hussey's decent. I know some people don't. I don't like Hussey's land, but that was the price I had for them. There are a few leaders I wanted Huayna Capac and Willem and Gilgamesh, so I think LMS has got some good picks there, but the price has just got slightly out of the price that I set for myself. I was supposed to be trying to bid people up in the early rounds for the good leaders before the end. There was a lot of like mediocre and poor leaders, and people left with money. I wanted to spend the money while I still had it. Freddie was a bit accidental, but
you got Frederick for the cheapest price of anyone in the entire contest at only 10.
I don't mind him, but I don't rate his start. I wanted all the French leaders as well, but Louis got a bit too expensive, and I didn't have any money left for to go.
I'll also say I thought Freddy for 10 was good, just because it's such a cheap price for potential.
My feeling is that any leader is worth it for 10, because like it's a lottery ticket, and 10 is a minimal investment. Yeah.
I think that's.
Anyone can win, really.
Yeah, the game
I
one
think you
got
could
3
finish
leaders, so
second
that's not such a good
in that map.
Could go really badly.
And then just to wrap things up here, so for Vincarius, obviously the question I have for you is you bid 80 gold on Pacal. I just wanted to ask how you were feeling about that. It seemed like there was a lot of interest in Pacal, but you're the one who actually got Pacal.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I slightly overbid, close to like 70, 75. But I looked at the playoff maps and I thought, actually, if Pacal goes through to the next round, he has a good chance to, get to the championship game. So I figured, well, at that point, he can win. He's a good leader. So yes, it's definitely risky, but I think there's a really good shot. So.
And to be clear, this has worked for people in past years too, because if you get someone who wins 2 or 3 games, that's a lot of points. Like it is worth, because you're not bidding, as you said, you're not just bidding for the first game, you're bidding for the whole competition. So it can be worthwhile to overbid for somebody if they do really well, then it's worth it.
Yeah, exactly. But I think my team is a bit risky, especially Stalin, Pacal, with prices.
But you have Montezuma, so.
Yeah, he's just there for maybe a kill or first to die. I think 15 is just a good price in general. And,
Yep.
Brennus, I think, was a bit of a steal. I thought, I could go up to 26 for him, since it was my last gold, so I was quite happy with that. And Joao, Washington are just not great leaders, but I like the spots they have, so
Great.
I'm quite happy with those.
Well, thank you for that. So before everybody goes, because I know we've been here for a long time, I was curious, just to put to the whole group here, aside from your own team, are there any other teams that you really like the way they look? Because I'm assuming that you all are reasonably pleased with your own teams. Any of the others that jump out that you think, I really wish I had that team?
I'll also be curious if there's any teams that people don't like.
I think Lobster's team is very good. Like I mean, you think that Kathy at 41 is too much, but I think that was actually kind of a steal, and I wish I was a little more aggressive in pursuing her. I just think she's really safe. She's either going to get second or win, it feels like to me, honestly. So
Yeah, I like my team a lot. I think if I had to trade it for another team, I would probably pick Mansa Musa's team, just because there's 8 leaders and most of them are pretty good.
I would probably take Vincarius, because I think Pacal is either
Pacal.
first or second to win. I think Stalin is a big favorite in his game. I'm depending on Stalin. Stalin either does really good or does really bad.
This is fuel for the ongoing Stalin debate that's been going on for years in our community.
But I think there's also a great chance he sucks is the problem. That's why I was doing the bid on him. I think Washington's going to be first to die in his game. Joao, I think, is an interesting kind of cheap guy. Brennus, I was looking at because I think he will attach to crap. My brain is freezing. He's going to attach to Mehmed, that's who it was, who will win the game, I believe, if I recall. Right? That was the Mehmed game, right?
Yeah, that's the same one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And Montezuma, I think, while Gandhi is the obvious choice to die, Montezuma is so surrounded by heavily aggressive guys and so rabid, he might poke so many wasp nests, he dies first. So I think
Monty's always a candidate to be first to die, always.
Exactly.
I like Gajadliak's team. I think Huayna, for as much as he got him for, is, well, I don't know. I think it's a pretty good bet, because even if I personally don't think Huayna is like overwhelming on his map, if he makes it to the playoffs or later, which is probably going to happen, then that's a source of more points.
Yeah.
Plus, I think Augustus is very likely to win this game, and Suryavarman's got a good shot too. So he doesn't have very many sources of points, but if he wins, like, 3 prelims games and like a playoff game or 2, that should be pretty good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, about game 5, I can't really see who's going to bother Huayna Capac that much unless they.
I mean, so too.
Louis XIV could do it, I think.
My opinion is that he's going to lose not because he gets bothered, but because he sits there and builds wonders, and the other people actually conquer land, and he ends up falling behind, especially to a Louis cultural victory.
Yeah, that's a possibility. It could happen like that. I still fancy him though.
Yeah. He's always good, but I think his land isn't that amazing, so yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we need to take out the neighbor, right? But who does if they want to win?
Well, the thing is, his neighbors are Louis and Tokugawa, who he's going to naturally like.
At least unless religion gets in there.
Maybe.
But they're also backstabbers or just dangerous. I don't know.
That's true. But like, he's such a punching bag.
But Tokugawa could be attacked by anyone else because it doesn't go to
A spirited discussion of Game 5 now.
That's true.
I think if my team was a little worse, I would maybe also be willing to trade it for Pacal and 5 lottery tickets. Which is what's happening over there, I think.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks so much to all of you. This was a lot of fun. I'm going to have to run here now, but by all means, please continue to discuss in the Discord and wherever else. And we'll see how it goes starting next week. So thanks so much to all of you.
One question.
Yes, go ahead.
When will the VOD be up on YouTube? Because Friday,
You mean this recording?
No, the game on April 3rd.
Oh, the game, yeah, so it does take a little while to get converted on Twitch and into YouTube. It will probably be up sometime, it'll be on next Friday. It'll probably be up late Saturday, early Sunday, the following week. Or like, give it a little bit, give it 24, a little bit more than 24 hours, and it should be up after that.
Oh, the same weekend?
Oh yeah, the same weekend, yeah.
That's quickly, because when the first game is April 3rd, that Friday, I have family obligations there.
Yeah, it usually is like, it's usually 24 to 36 hours, somewhere in that range, like 24 to 36 hours.
That's really quickly, then I can see it on Sunday. Already.
Yeah, it should be definitely by the Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, but that is way fast enough.
Okay, cool, great.
Really happy about hearing that.
All right, glad to put that together for you. All right, well again, thanks so much, guys, and good luck with this upcoming season. It should be fun.
Good weekend.
All right, I'm gonna be hopping off the stream here. Thanks so much to you for those of you who tuned in to watch us play with spreadsheets here for 3 hours. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Take care, folks. Bye bye.